In this episode, Bea teams up with Rachel from Molly Ollys charity to cook up one of Molly's all-time favourites, chicken soup, with Bea's signature twist. We hear Rachel's heartbreaking journey of losing her daughter Molly and emerging as a powerful symbol of strength and hope.
Olá pessoal, hi guys! This week my guest is really special. She's a mum of 3. Sadly, she lost one of her daughter, Molly, to cancer. And I invite her to the show and we're going to be cooking one of Molly's favorite dish. And Rachel gonna tell her story to you as well. Welcome, Rachel! So Rachel, thank you very much for coming. We're going to be cooking something today that Molly used to love. But before we start cooking, I want you to tell everybody your story. What made, with all the tragedy that happened, make you to give hope to so many people with your charity that you do as well? Yeah. So to start from the beginning, tell me a little bit how did you discover Molly was poorly?
So we just were on a normal family day out. Molly fell over on flat grass and just became more uncomfortable really over the weekend. So we took her to hospital once on the Saturday evening, took her again on the Sunday because she still wasn't right. And in doing that, ended up having an ultrasound scan on the Monday and found that Molly had a tumour the size of a small melon in her kidney. So, you know, obviously it was shocking in the true sense of the word.
How old was she?
So she was just 3 years old. My other kids, Ben was 5 and Maeve was 2, so the impact on the whole family was enormous. And it started for us what was a 5-year journey in and out of Birmingham Children's Hospital for treatment, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, stem cell transplants, numerous operations, blood transfusions, all sorts, you name it.
So it was 5 years of this. Yeah. And how old was she? Should she pass?
So she was 8 years old when sadly she died in 2011.
So you were telling me that she was a very brave girl. She knows the end. She was coming, and she told the stories. You tell a little bit what she told you. Yeah,
well, we'd always been very honest with Molly, in that I was a firm believer of, you know, telling her in a childlike way, and just making sure she understood what was happening as much as possible, because I thought the unknown was probably more scary than what you know. You know, you can find a way to think, okay, I'll learn to deal with this or something. So, for instance, when she first went to have a scan at the age of 3, we said to her, the CT scanner, we said, okay, it's a bit like a massive polo mint that sounds like a washing machine. So when we walk in that room, we have a giggle about it. So we'd always kind of talked to her about what was going on. And when it came to that point when no more treatment could be given, we sat down with Molly and we said, you know, you've got 3 choices. You could either be part of a clinical trial that's for the greater good, but it's probably not going to make you better. You could have some chemo that would give you some more time, but it's probably not going to make you better. Or you can do nothing. And she very quickly said she didn't want to do the clinical trial. She didn't want to be a guinea pig, as she put it. She said, I'll think about the chemo. And a couple of days later, she came back and she said, I've had enough. I never want to go into hospital ever again, you know. So we, you know, had to accept the enormity of that decision, and we knew she understood it, because she then, you know, about a week later when we were with her, she said, you know, can you make sure if Maeve has children that they get my Flower Fairies book? And she was thinking of her little sister who was then 7 as an adult, all this kind of thing. But I think actually Molly was less scared, and by talking about it, which is what we advocate really as the charity, is that, you know, helps us take some of that fear and some of the trauma away from a situation that was very challenging. You know?
Oh God, every time you tell me this story, I keep thinking, as I know if you guys, you got kids, you know what I'm talking about. Every time she tell me, I'm like, oh, I'm melting, because it's like, oh, I can't. You're so strong. You continue with a smile on your face, and that is what we want to pass to people. That although things can not go the way that we want, natural way that we want to happen. But what you create with the charity is it's fun, it's fabulous, it's amazing, and we know that She loves chicken soup,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So should we start to cook a little bit? And
I think we should.
you can tell me a little bit more because I want to know what you guys do
Yeah.
with the charity. But I'm gonna do for Molly and for us in her memory a chicken soup that is a bit my twist because you know me, I'm Brazilian. We never have anything normal. It's everything something else. So I got here. Do you ever try cassava before?
No.
Right, let me introduce you to cassava.
Okay.
Cassava, Rachel, cassava. Cassava is a root that usually hot countries they have, like Indian or Africa, in Brazil.
Yeah.
So there's other countries, I'm sure they have, but we have that in Brazil, and it's a root, and it's like a potato. I already have one here already cooked as well. So what I'm gonna do, boil like a potato, and then I bought from the Indian shop because they already have them ready there. So look, they come in a package frozen like that.
Okay.
So you go to Indian shop if you guys don't know how to get it. It's frozen cassava slice and it's ready. You can fry, you can cook, you can boil, you can do a cake, you can do everything. But today we're gonna do the chicken soup, and we're gonna start the chicken soup with some onions. And then I'm gonna cut some of the cassava to show to you if you want to buy them. I bought from Sainsbury's this one. So you're just gonna need to do like that. It's quite hard a little bit, so look inside how it is.
Okay.
You see?
It's like quite like coconut, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. So I try to cut in smaller pieces in half like that. And then you need to take the skin out, which is quite easy to take. Look. You see? But after you take the skin off, there is this middle here that, remember I told you, we were talking before, there is, as is a root, there is something on the middle that goes across. So this, we need to take it out like that. See? But if you buy frozen, they already done that for you. Don't need to do anything. So you just need to put this, boil, cook everything, take everything, the skin off, put to boil. It's cooked when you know you had to boil potato. So here we go. This is the cassava part. And then let's cut some onions. So I'm gonna fry some onions. As I already got my cassava boiled already, I'm gonna do the onions. Because like we do, my knife is very sharp actually. And then we're gonna cut some onions to go with our soup. Right, so we got onions cut. I'm not use any oil on this dish because we got chicken thighs that I marinate overnight. Very simple marinade. Garlic, you can put fresh garlic or powder garlic. I'm gonna put, don't worry guys, I'm gonna put all the description down below so you don't worry too much. And also a lime. Which one is the green lime one? Lime. So put a squeeze of lime inside, and then a bit of salt as well. So depending how much quantity of the chicken. I think it's 500 grams. Okay. So I put a teaspoon of salt to see how it goes, and it's better to add than take it out. You can't take. So first I'm gonna put the chicken instead. Put the thing because this chicken gonna give me some fat on it. Okay. So shove inside the pan. I'm using a pressure cooker, but you can use a
like a slow cooker.
Slow cooker or a pressure cooker. Cook in 30 minutes. Okay. So it doesn't take too long to cook. Look at the smell of that. Smell it.
That smells good already, doesn't it?
Isn't it? Just. So the lemon makes lime or lemon, whatever you guys want to choose. Green or yellow. So tell me, when did you start the
So we kind of started
charity?
it really. It started by accident, is the honest answer to start with, because people had, helped put some money in a pot, and so another friend was having a party trying to raise money to support us. And actually, Molly had sadly died just before the party, but I stood up at that party and said, look, we want to help, we don't know how, and we raised kind of £20,000 that night. So,
£20,000.
yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
that was September 2011. We got our registered charity status in January 2012. And we've kind of gone from there. And although cancer was the thing that affected Molly, actually, I just think it's really difficult if a child has any serious illness and the effects that has on everybody.
Yeah.
So we help children from birth to 18 with any life-threatening illness.
Yeah.
And we kind of help in 3 ways. So the first way is wishes.
Can you mix that for me, please?
And that's basically all sorts of things. So it could be, say, £500 worth of shopping vouchers because they can't afford food shopping and stuff like that. It could be equipment. It could be something to keep them entertained in hospital, like iPads or Lego or arts and crafts. It could be something to focus on, like a nice day out. They've always wanted to go to the theatre, and something that brings the family together, because quite often if you're always one or other of you is always at the hospital,
because it doesn't affect all the whole family, isn't it?
Yeah. Or it could be something when a child isn't going to be here very much longer, things like keepsake jewellery or photographs, memory items, stuff like that.
You showed me something that
so
you
I've
have.
got here
What
a
was
little
that?
heart locket that Molly used to wear.
So does it open?
So yeah.
So what is inside?
So at the moment, I've got to put some new pictures in as well. I've got them slightly wet, unfortunately, but yeah, it's just got like a little locket, basically.
Yeah, oh, how cute. You were telling me something else, that what else the charity does as well? They buy equipment for hospital, for children's hospital.
So we also do, so we kind of do, the wishes is one thing, and then we do bespoke projects. So for instance, it's looking where there are gaps within the NHS in the UK and thinking, okay, how can we help plug those gaps? And one of the things was when we nursed Molly, she wanted to be at home. We were very lucky we could do that. We had 24/7 care available to us in our local area. But that doesn't exist in a lot of places in the UK. And it's about ensuring that when a life is short, that we give those kids the best quality of life.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
We funded one of the first consultants in paediatric palliative medicine for Birmingham Children's Hospital, and we're paying for the training of 2 more consultants now.
How old is the charity?
So 2012 we got our official registered charity status, basically. So
how much money you guys raised already to save?
We've raised over 5 million since we started.
That is amazing.
So
congratulations. Put some claps there, Matt, because this woman deserves. She's amazing. How she transformed pain. It's very impressive, because you should just, some people, everybody react different to grief, or you guys call grief?
Yeah, to grieving.
So you decide to do something that can help other people.
Yeah, and for me that was about, I'm very lucky. I had a very good community around and family close by who could help, but I was acutely aware when you've sat in hospital for 5 years, lots of people don't have that.
No.
So for me, Molly was incredibly strong. My other 2 children have been brilliant as well, so I owed it to them really to be present and be living life as much for them.
It's the stories that you say to me about Molly. If you want to know more, guys, you need to go on their website. I'm sure there is more information there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the stories that you tell me about Molly, she seems to be very strong girl.
Yes.
Very. It's like she's been here before.
Oh gosh, she definitely,
So I think you can shove her some onions there.
All of them, or?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
All of them. Lots of onions. Yeah. Right. So Rachel is working hard here on the chicken and the onions. So now we're gonna add, before I blend this the cassava, I'm gonna go here and do a bit of the garlic. So I probably got like 5 cloves of garlic crushed. So we're gonna put in 5 cloves of garlic. Then dry coriander, 2 teaspoons, or depending on the size of the spoons. I'm gonna put the description below. And paprika. Smoked paprika and a bit of, do you eat black pepper?
Yeah.
Okay. Black pepper, teaspoon. So I'm going to put the quantities below. Don't worry too much, guys.
Smells good.
Mix everything. Then we're going to put some chopped tomatoes. Okay? And I like to put some water as well. So we got here a pint. It's required a pint of water. Put to cook. I smell good.
Good.
Love that. I think I'm going to put a bit more of water because I like more creamy. So 1.5 pints of water. Okay. Pressure cooker, 30 minutes. I'll put 20 minutes because this is not so many things to cook.
Yeah.
So if not cook, just put 10 more minutes. 20 minutes.
In the meantime, we blended the cassava and have a little jiggle.
So before this go crazy, because it's a pressure cooker, tell me about this little
guy
guys here. What are sitting back? What are they?
So Ollie the Brave is a therapeutic toy that we've designed to help children understand their treatment journey.
Yeah.
So many kids, particularly those with cancer, will have to have something called a central line or a Hickman line.
Yeah.
They basically
that's
stops
so
them having to have needles all the time. So it's about helping them to understand these funny things that are hanging out their chest for a long period of time. They feed medicine through and stuff like that. So Ollie's got his own central line like them. Kids with cancer may lose their hair during treatment. Ollie's got a detachable mane to show them they're still going to be gorgeous and lovely with or without their hair.
Oh.
And then different manes that just represent how their hair might grow back differently. So Molly had fine blonde hair. When it grew back, it was darker and curlier.
Was it dark and curly?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
So it's cute.
Who idea was that?
Pineapple head, I call it.
Yeah. Who ideas was that?
Well, it was just from things that we'd done with Molly when she was alive. We kind of said, if you could just have a cuddly toy or somebody that can share that journey. Yeah, it's comforting, isn't it?
And it's bespoke for them. It's what they're going through, isn't
exactly.
it? That's amazing. How great is it? I know you got something else.
And then we've done some books.
Right, so the books are...
Books are basically, again, you know, when kids are young, what do we often do? You know, bath time, bedtime and story time. The books help talk them through their journey, and it's about opening up lines of communication and helping take some of that fear away and just talking through and explaining what will be going on. So from point of diagnosis through treatment, hopefully, obviously, the majority of kids will get better, and it's how they go back to a new normal, because obviously they may have been away from school for a year or more, and you know they've missed out on school trips.
Whoops!
It's going.
It's going.
They may miss out on things, so it's actually how you go back to normal. And for siblings, you know, siblings have a really rough time. And then the last two are conversations around end of life or bereavement. So those are the tough ones.
Oh my. That's amazing. It's so good.
So we donate these to hospitals with the toys. That place specialists or nurses give them out to the children at the appropriate time, basically.
Fabulous. So the people can buy them online as well?
So the people can also buy them, because actually what we do find is sometimes if adults are going through treatment, that actually, you know, they need to help their children understand what's happening to them. So, you know, they can buy them online as well.
To celebrate in what would have been Molly's 18th birthday, the charity teamed up with Shakespeare Distillery in Stratford-upon-Avon to create this bespoke gin. Molly Ollys Pink Gin is available for you to order online at mollyolly.co.uk.
So let's go back to our recipe, shall we?
We better.
So 20 minutes we have our chicken cooking on a pressure cooker. It's a very easy way to cook in pressure cooker, but you need to be careful because it's sort of fresh inside. This is why I cook quick. So open there, the valve that get the air out. And then when we've done that, we're going to put the cassava. See if it's cooked. If it's cooked, if it needs to cook a bit more, you know, I like more falling apart, you know?
Tender.
That is the word. Nothing better than someone can speak English, isn't it? Can you come more often to the show? Bring the gin, please.
Okay, I'll bring that in.
And so now we're going to put that in. Also, I like chicken soup with sweet corn. I don't know, it goes well, sweet corn, isn't it? I love it. So we got the crunchiness of the sweet corn, the creaminess of the cassava with the chunks of chicken inside as well. And we're going to put some coriander and what do you call that?
Spring onions.
Spring onions. And my secret ingredient is the olio de dendê. or azeite de dendê. It's like a dendê is a palm tree. In Brazil they do this oil, and the flavor is very unique. So we do lots of this on Brazil with this oil. So I'm gonna see how good it looks. So this is the valve, Dave, that goes down, so it's ready to cook, to open. Oh,
Looks good.
cooked. Perfect. Should we try, Rachel? No, pick up this one.
That's nice. Really
Yeah.
tender.
So as it's cooked, we see that it's tender, right? So now we're gonna put the other stuff in, which is the cassava. So this we keep mixing. Keep mixing.
That's interesting.
That instead to add cream, this is gonna give the creaminess that we need. Sweet corn. You see the sweet corn there, Dave? Look, it's getting color. You see? And then, if we like to be more juicy, you put a bit more water.
Yeah.
And then let it cook. So now, to make it the special flavor, we're gonna put a bit of that. So I want you to try with and without, okay? This is with, without, okay? This is without. Be careful, that is very hot, Tom. Here we go, be careful, hot, hot. Did you see the creaminess?
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna mix it
Interesting.
with the oil. Look at the difference now, the flavor. So we need to put more salt, I think.
That's unusual, isn't it?
Different flavor, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not spicy, it's just the flavor of this dendê oil that makes a big difference. So I put about a spoonful of this dendê oil. It's like a azeite with olive oil. Well, it's
Yeah.
oil, isn't it? Right, so is it good for salt, or you think it need a bit more salt?
Tiny bit, maybe.
Tiny bit of salt. Okay, tiny bit, this. And now, you like coriander.
Yep.
Some people doesn't like coriander, you know.
No, my sister doesn't do it.
Does it not? Put a bit of half of that of inside there. Mix it, everything. We're gonna put some of this to decorate the plate, okay? Ready to eat? Are you ready, Rachel?
I'm definitely ready. This smells delicious.
It's really. We can add chili if you like. So chili flakes, you know. Do you eat chili flakes?
A little, but that'll be
bit.
perfect. I reckon.
Yeah. Right. So that is my chicken soup, guys. Have a look. You see it? So let's do it. Shall we try?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Are you ready?
I'm good.
How did you manage to put it in my?
That's good. Really nice.
Oh. And you see the little piece of. You find a little piece of cassava there.
That's a lovely flavour.
I wish to do this up.
That's good soup.
So guys, that is for us because we're gonna finish this food.
We are, definitely.
And we're gonna need with bread as well. I love to eat with bread. You know, like pass butter and shushing in.
Dunking in.
What do you call?
Dunking.
Dunking in. And then we just. Very good.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you.
time.
Lovely
and,
soup. Molly would love that.
Thank you very much. Good luck with the
Bless you.
charity. Please,
Thank you.
we're going to put the link below for people to know more about the charity, to know how they can support, and
And hopefully we can reach more people that need our help.
for sure, I'm sure you will. You're an amazing girl, amazing lady. I'm very,
Bless you. Thank
God
you.
bless you. This is for us, guys. Thank you very much. Enjoy the recipe. The description down below gonna be all with the quantities and everything. Bye, guys. Bye.